All right, this is part two of sockets programming with Python. If you didn't watch the first video, I would suggest you go do that. You'll probably be a little bit lost if you don't. Um, and for those of you who did watch the first video, there was a slight error that I made. I never called sending socket.close. And you need to do that before you close my fun socket, or you'll get a memory leak. And I never did that. So yeah, just wanted to make sure that that was all cleared up. Let's delete these two lines and let's get started. Okay. Oh, and if you don't want to listen to me explain line by line what's going on, you can just go to the end of the video and just mooch the code that I write and then go play with it yourself. But for those of you who actually want to know what's going on, I would suggest that you don't do that. Okay, let's get it going. So while we're Python programmers, so while true, we'll do message to send equals input, input message, I don't know, message here, whatever. Okay, so this is saying, hey, we're gonna wanna get user input, type a message to send to our client. That's basically all that line's doing. Then we can do sending socket dot send string dot encode message to send. Okay, cool. So there's a lot going on in this line. Dot send will it will allow us to send the string that we typed up here. But you can't send just text over TCP. That's not how the protocol works. It's got to be bytes. So since we have to send bytes, that's where the encode method comes in. By default, .encode will it will use the UTF-8 encoding standard, which is the most common encoding standard in the world. So pretty much you're going to always be using this. If there's a project where you have to use like UTF-16 or something else, you can specify that, but it'll default to UTF-8. So whoops, oh man, all right, let's keep going. Okay, let's do response equals sending socket dot receive 1024. Okay, so this is saying, hey, our socket's going to want to receive information from the client. So we'll say, okay, we can receive 1024 bytes at a time. For our purposes, this is more than enough. If you've got bigger, if you're expecting bigger, I guess, strings, whatever, sending more data back and forth, then you'd want to make that bigger or even write an algorithm to, be able to send like hundreds of thousands of bytes at a time. You could do that. We're not going to do that right now. Yes, our Python wizards also would probably think, okay, we're only going to do like 256. We're going to do it as small as possible, but 1024 works just as fine as well. All right, then we'll do response equals response dot decode. So on line 29, the response variable holds a bytes type because, again, we're receiving bytes through TCP. Response.decode will turn those bytes into a string. So that's where this comes in. It'll decode it into a string type, and then we'll have the response variable will be a string type. And then we can print our response. Okay, cool. So that's all for the server for now. Let's go over here. This should be the same client code. It was 4 lines. Not too difficult. Let's delete my saga.close. And let's do while. You know what? We don't discriminate. We love our C programmers too. Let's do while 1. Let's do message from server equals my socket dot receive 1024, which is pretty much the exact same line we had in our server saying, hey, we want to receive 1024 bytes at a time from the server. And then we'll do message from server equals message from server dot decode. Yes, wizards, I'm sure we could do this in one line as well, but whatever. We're just going to do it like this. And then we're going to print our message from server. And then just, I guess, I don't know, just for peace of mind, let's do my socket dot send string dot encode. What do we want to say? Come on, guys, help me think here. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's do client confirmation message. Okay, cool. So we just confirm like, hey, the client received the message from the server. The client's going to tell the server, yeah, man, we received the message that you sent to us. I'm going to send you a client confirmation message. Okay, cool. So let's go play around with this, I guess. Let me open up another PowerShell thing. Okay. Let's clear. Let's do Python. No. Server 1.py. Okay, cool. My Lenovo laptop, my IP address. We're listening on this IP address, this port number. Awesome. Let's do Python client.py. And I hit enter. Boom. Listening on IP address. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Connection established from IP address 192.168.1.179. And it looks like our client decided it wanted to use port 32,968. Okay, cool. So now we've got a message here to type. So what do we want to say to our client? Hi, client. Boom. On the right side, we've got a client message. And then the client also sent back our client confirmation message. Okay, so cool. So even if we couldn't see the client because it's in Europe or whatever, it would still be able to send a message saying, yeah, like, hey, we got what you sent. This is great. Let's do like, what's up, loser? Yep, there we go. Got it. Cheese. I don't know. I love socket programming. Oh boy, I can't type. Okay, you get the idea. Whatever. All right, so let's. We don't need that anymore. Let's do this. Okay. So what happens if we want to be able to like? This is just an everlasting loop. So what happens if we want to be able to? I don't know. Put some sort of like, hey, if the client receives this message, then maybe we shut the connection down. Well, we can actually do that pretty easily. It's actually not too difficult. So let's go to our server. We're going to modify this code a little bit. Let's go down here past the response. Let's do if response equals shutdown print shutting down, and then we can also do sending socket dot close, and then we can break out of this while loop because we're not going to be needing to send any more messages. And then after that, we can call my fun socket dot close for cleanup. So what's going on here? If the client sends a response, hey, shut down, then we're gonna shut the server off. Be like, hey, we're not we're gonna close the socket associated with the client. We're gonna be like, hey, we're not talking to you anymore. We're gonna do our cleanup. We're gonna give our memory back to the operating system, and then we're gonna break out of our while loop, and then we'll shut down our server as well. So let's go to let's save that. Okay, and then let's go to our client. Let's do if message equals I hate you. How about that? Then we'll do my socket dot send string dot encode. What did we say it was again? Shutdown. Okay. Shutdown. And then we'll break out of our loop. Oops, message from server. Okay, cool. So we can break out of our while loop. And then we'll also, let's see, we'll close our socket down here. We'll do my socket dot close. Cool, all done. So it's gonna check what's going on. If the server sends I hate you, then that's our kill message basically. That's like close up shop, we're done talking to you. It's much like real life. Like if you said I hate you to somebody, they probably wouldn't want to talk to you anymore. So I mean, just think of it like that. Let's save that. Can I kill that? Okay, cool. Clear. Okay. Let's get it going. Let's turn our server back on. Let's turn our client back on. Hi client. Confirmation message. Okay. Hi loser. Client's probably getting a little bit annoyed now, you know? I mean, hi scumbag. See, now he's probably upset. Maybe the client did something and the server doesn't like it, so he would just say, I hate you. This is our kill message again, remember. Boom. Close down shop. We shut down. We're done. Nothing's running on here anymore. There's no more client, no more server. We're done. We shut it down.